morning, everyone. Make sure you have you're in a stable chair that doesn't roll around, and nothing around you, surrounding you in your environment. It should be clear. No rugs that move, nothing that could cause you to, to get in your way. It makes sure it's safe. And then you'll take sips of water when you need them, and I'll also give you reminders, and also going at your own pace, and whatever any kind of restrictions or limitations you have. This class is for you. It's a group class, but it's for you to be able to monitor how it suits your needs best. I'm going to sit forward on the chair and feel my sits bones underneath me so that I can feel that balance. My feet about hip width apart, and I want to make sure my feet are connected to the ground. Okay, and they're going to be painting. Of course, you get a hotel, and then that's when they decide to do construction. So let's start to roll those shoulders up and back and down. So bring them up and back and down. Inhale, up, back, and down. Nice. Inhale. Just feel the ease in that. So you're not clenching your throat. You're not gripping your neck. Just some helpful reminders how we can get rid of tension. How we get rid of tension. We don't even realize. Inhale, up and back. And it's okay. And down. And here's my dad to make it high.
Hi, everybody.
See there. All right. He's gonna go back to bed. How about you join us? Okay. Inhale up and back and down. All right. And then take those arms up and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, bring those arms up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Oh, just a reminder that if you can't take your arms above your head, that's okay. You can just bring them halfway up, right? You can have the elbows bent. You can do it like this. That's fine. So inhale up. So just getting that stretch. We start to bring the navel to the spine. Hilarious. It's a sitcom, ladies and gentlemen. Inhale up. Exhale. Take it down. Let's do one more time. Really stretch and look up. Rise and shine. Great. Okay, now I'm gonna just turn sideways so you can see, just to start to use the spine and run the navel to the spine. So I don't want an arched back. Navel to the spine and just round the back. And I think you can round it into your chair. Round it back. You want to round it back, chin into the chest. Flex those shoulders. And then come up. When you come up, try not to overarch the back. You want to keep that neutral pelvis. So exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. And you lengthen from the navel through the sternum. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lengthen all the way up, lift that chest. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, big round back. Inhale, lift. Good. And as you lift, you lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Remember, you're going all the way through the sternum, through the neck, through the top of the head. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift it up. Starting to unfuse that spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And one more time, big exhalation. And lengthen. Push your feet into the ground as you lengthen, lift up. Okay, great. So now we're going to take the chin to the chest and then look up. And we'll do 8 times. Chin down and look up. Exhale. Inhale. Again, keeping the jaw relaxed, keeping the throat and the neck relaxed, and inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale. Just stretching that neck. I think we have about 3 more times. Inhale up. You can keep your eyes closed too. Sometimes if you open your eyes, it causes some stress because you're looking up. No, you can keep your eyes closed. You want to feel that stretch in the throat, that stretch in the back, in the neck, the shoulders. And last one. Good. And now let's take that right arm out. So maybe your arm doesn't straighten. That's okay. Just take it shoulder height. Stretch it out and bring it across. Good. And inhale, open. And exhale, stretch it across. And inhale, open. Exhale, stretch. If you can see, I'm trying to work that shoulder blade. Inhale, open. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, open. You can even turn your head. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, really stretch it across. Work that back. Inhale, open. Exhale, good job. One more time. Inhale. Even add a sway. Just trying to get that body nice and loose. And now we'll do the other side. Open. Exhale, take it across. Now one side might be tighter than the other, so paying extra attention to that side. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, big open chest. Open that chest. Exhale, take it across. You want to loosen up that shoulder blade, socket, and exhale, take it across. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. No, we'll do one more time after that. Each time going a little bit further if you can. Okay, now we're going to take those arms out and cross the right arm over the left. And then you can hold your elbows, your shoulders, your triceps, your shoulders, or you can give yourself a hug, you know, as far back as your fingers can go. Now, while you're there, go ahead and drop those shoulders, kind of like your, you know, just let them fall down into your hands or wherever your hands are. Let those shoulders fall down. Chin goes down around the back. And then if you want to, you can watch me. You can just start to gently go forward. Just to start to round that back. Release the neck. And then inhale, come up. And anytime you feel dizzy, lightheaded, you need to stop. Feel free, please take a break. And then take those arms out, big stretch, out. Good, and then we'll take the left arm over the right. And same thing, you might notice that one side's easier. And that's okay. Pull your shoulder blades down. You don't want them up by your ears. Pull them down, let them dissolve. Lengthen that neck, soften the throat. And just allow yourself, your upper back to stretch and breathe and get some space. And round that back. If you want, take it further down. Continue to breathe, breathing in and out. And then we'll slowly roll it up. Get a cradling yourself all the way, following that line, that spine. And then arms come up, big arms, big stretch, as big as you can through the fingers. And then we'll just shake it out. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. And then how about if you kind of just pound your feet and stretch your arms? You could just do very lightly, or you could be a little more rigorous with it. Blah, 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 blah. You can even kind of shake your head, whatever feels okay for you. You just want to shake it out. Get all that energy moving. And then we tap the arms. Up and down, a few times, hands, forearm. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. Bring it down. Okay, and now let's do the underside. Wash your armpits. And then let's do the other arm. Hold on 1 second. Here's all your clothes. Here's all your clothes. Yeah, I'm doing my class right now. Yeah, I can't do it right now. My class. Okay. We did the other arm. Hilarious. Yeah, it'll come out here. Here, Dad, I'll take it. It's only till 10:30. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. All right. So we got that going. Now let's take a sip of water while we're at it. You have whatever you have your water in, your container. I'm starting to feel a little more invigorated, a little more focused on yourself, internal, connecting the body, brain, body, mind, and spirit. The body, the brain, body, the body, mind, spirit, and breath. So much for my brain there, huh? Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit more incorporating lower body into. So let's do, you can see me all right. So I'm still seated. And I move the skin so that helps us to balance on our chair a little bit better. If you need a chair, a pillow behind you, always add a cushion if you need to. So we're just going to start with flex and point the toes of the heel and toe. Okay, so go at your own pace. Dexterity in your feet is essential to your balance. So keeping those ankles supple, keeping those feet mobile. You can even massage them at night. It's really good for your circulation. So heel, toe, heel, toe. So it's also working our upper leg, heel, toe. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And now let's take that leg out and in and out and in. So I'm forward in my chair so that I can move the leg freely. Right? I can move my hip flexor, inner thigh, outer thigh, if I'm stuck to the chair, if I'm sitting way back. You need to have your feet on the floor. Well, you can lift it up too. You can lift the leg up. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. And then let's just kind of massage it out. You know, massage is really good, very helpful for stimulating blood circulation, getting the cells to move, your myofascial layer, which holds a lot of pain. That's the layer of skin between your skin and your muscles. That's the layer between the skin and the muscles. Any doctors out there, tell me I'm wrong. Okay. Now we do the other leg, heel, toe, heel and toe, heel, toe. See, I had fallen on my right side, so I have trouble. I have to constantly work on it. So just to let you know, it's always something, right? This ankle hurts a lot. And so I really try to have to work extra hard and focus on this right side. You might have something like that as well. So 4, really heel, point, we're going to exaggerate it, not just keeping it real small, as much as you can. And then we'll take it out to the side. I'm going to readjust so that I can move my leg freely, and I'll take the leg out, in, and out. And good job, everybody. I can just see heads, but that's okay. I see smiles and heads and shoulders. I see some ceilings, very nice ceilings, everyone. I can lift my leg up and also use my hands. It makes it a little bit harder. So it's up to you what works best for you. And 4 and 3, navel to spine. I'm also working my abs. 2 and 1. Okay, great. So Let's take those legs out. So we start to stretch those inner thighs. I want to be careful not to arch my back and dip my belly forward. So still pulling up forward with the pubic bone. And we're just going to circle around. And not leading with your neck. You want to lead with your chest. As if you're wiping a bowl with your rib cage in your chest, not with your throat or your head. So let's lead with the ribs and the chest. Sorry, I didn't mean to grab myself in the chest. Hey, I'm doing my own me too. Okay. And let's go to the side. Next, see if you can make it a little bit bigger. Right? Kind of moving that around. Good job. And now let's take it the other direction. This also, we're loosening up the pelvis, the abdominals, the waist, the hips, and not going too fast. I'm not going too fast. I'm going a little bit slower because I want to be able to get all sides of the bowl. So if there's whipped cream in there, you got to get every last drop. Just wipe the whipped cream out. Exaggerating the chest. Good. And I don't know if you feel it in your waist and low back, but I do. I mean, not necessarily in a bad way, the low back, but I feel it. Now I'm going to go forward and pull it back. Remember, we did this at first in the beginning, but now we're going to incorporate the inner thighs, round that back, inhale, chest forward, and round like you're being punched in the stomach. I'll show you the side view, chest, and round. And you're welcome to turn sideways if it gives you some more movement, if the back of the chair's in your way. You can do it sideways. And I really want to exaggerate that roundness because the spine gets all fused, right? And we got to start to kind of unfuse it. I don't mean literally fused. I just mean we're trying to loosen it up. And big round back, chin into the chest. Inhale and exhale. Working on the central nervous system when we work on that spine. When we move, get it mobile. That helps our brain function. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. No, it's true. And then now let's come up, inhale. And see if your shoulders and arms and your breath feel a little more present, let's say, and the arm movement feels a little more, even if it's ever so slightly. Remember, flexibility comes in increments. So each time we do this in our class or during your own routine, you get a little more flexible. Okay. So now let's bring it forward and punch across, punch, 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 and punch. Okay, I'm not locking out my elbows. I'm following it through from the chest, from the waist, right? So let it yeah. If you were doing archery, right, you would hold the bow and the arrow very steady, and you're grounding, you'd be grounded, or if you golf or any other kind of sport. We're not just punching the hands like this. What's this, right? I want to punch and use my waist. Hold on, navel to spine, punch. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now let's march it out. If you feel like you need a break, take a break. Remember to scooch forward, stay scooched forward in your chair so you can reach the floor. And also so that you have mobility in your legs. If you're sitting too far back, you can't lift up your legs. Okay, let's see if we can go a little more. Like we're kind of going to run forward. So it's not so much up and down as it is like we're kind of climbing forward. Let's climb Mount Everest. Climb it. You always wanted to do it. Let's do it now. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And we made it to the top. Yay! And then rest your hands on your legs, chin into the chest. Just close your eyes for a second and just feel that breath and energy. It's okay to take a break. Just letting your breath calm and connect. And then we'll go ahead and take a sip of water. And then we'll go ahead and stand up. You have the option to stand, and if you don't want to stand, you can stay seated. We're going to also hold on to the chair, so we'll do some balancing exercises now. Make sure there's nothing around your area, right? I hope you're starting to feel a little bit rejuvenated. Salsa, you ready to do salsa? All right. So I have my right hand, this is my left hand, but I'm mirroring you. Right hand on the back of the chair. And I want to make sure that it's right even with my chest. With my hip. I'm not forward from the chair and I'm not back. I'm right in line with it. Like, hello, would you like to meet my new boyfriend in my chair? Okay. So I'm standing solid on my right leg. That's the balancing leg. And gently, gingerly holding on to the chair just for balance. Right? Make sure you don't have a rolling chair. And we're going to take this leg up. Now, when you bring this leg up, you can take it up as high as you want, right? Maybe you just kind of tap here. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Firm your right quad. Pull your right kneecap up. And press your right foot into the floor. That's your balance, the right leg, right? We have a very strong standing leg. Then we're going to rotate the knee in and out. It's in and out. We get the rotation in the hip joint. Mobility in the hip joint, so in and out. If you feel yourself leaning over, maybe you're collapsing into that right leg. Keep the right leg nice and strong. So in and out. Knee in and knee out. This might be something new for you. So just take your time. Keep strong in that standing leg, not to collapse into it and not to lock out that right knee. Really firm that leg. I got to squeeze my right tushy as much as I can. I think everybody has a right tush. I do. You? Last we checked, right? Let's do 4 more. 4, and then we'll take a break. So also strengthening ankle, foot, calf, shin, quad, balance, 2, and 1. I have a counting system that doesn't really add up, but that's okay. We're going to step this left leg out, push the hips out. So I got my hips pushed. You can all see me, right? Am I still in this thing, the screen? Yeah, I'm hoping. So here's a chance that you want to hold your breath, but you're not going to, right? You're going to breathe through this. And open those ribs, those intercostal muscles there, they get all collapsed and stuck together. So we're going to open them up like an accordion and step in. So step out, hips out, and step in. Step out, hips out, stretch, step in. Are you breathing? Here's where you exhale. Inhale, step in. Inhale here, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, push. Feels good. And bring it in. Okay. Watch me for 1 second and then you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to step out and then I'm going to turn my feet towards the chair, put my hands on the back of the chair, and you can even step the inner leg, your leg facing me, back for a little lunge, right? You can come up high. If you have a higher back chair, this one's pretty low, very modern. You can bend your front knee and then lift up your back heel and press it up, down, and up. So this is a little lunge. We're stretching our calf, our ankle. If you want, you can bring your hand down. You can have both hands here. You can have both legs straight and not so far apart. It's up to you, right? I'm giving you all these options, and then you decide, experiment, play around, see what works for you. Yeah, heel up and down. Now, if you want, Bend that front knee a little more, soften the back knee. If you want, bring your right arm up and still hold on with the chair so that we can incorporate, if you want, both arms up. If you've done yoga, if you want to try this, this is a high lunge. Right? I got my, and this is also balance. And stretch. And bring your hands, so you have the option, okay? Bringing the hands down, bringing one arm up, both arms up. You can even have both legs straight. I'm just showing you, like, you don't have to bend the knee, but do not lock out your back knee. Okay, promise me you will not. And then we'll step in, and then we're gonna step both legs back for a little stretch. So this would be down dog with the chair. This is the hamstring and booty, back, arm, shoulders, back stretch. That should feel pretty good. And then we're gonna lift our head and chest, and then we walk in. Okay, great. Let's take those hands on the hips and circle. We're just gonna do the hips. This should help loosen your lower back and pelvis. This whole pelvis, the pelvis is instrumental to your posture and your overall mobility, right? Your core, as they say, abs, pelvis. And then we're going the other way. Again, wiping that bowl of whipped cream. Get all of it. Spread your toes in your shoes so you're not scrunching your toes. And then let's just kind of march it out. Feeling loose. If you need to have a seat, have a seat. Move on to the other side. All right. So we're building strength and balance in our standing leg. And so I'm right next to the chair. My hip is right to the back of the chair, even with the back of the chair. Now again, this is my weaker leg, my right leg, and it's the injured leg, so I got to extra focus on that. Pressing the ball of the foot and the heel, the balls of the feet and the heel into the floor, pulling up the kneecap, firming the quad, and squeezing the left booty, and gingerly, gently holding on, to the back of the chair. I'm going to bring that leg up. And then notice what happens if you bring that leg up. The left leg starts to collapse, maybe. But I'm going to really push it in, especially from the outside, outer thigh. In, squeeze the booty, pull the kneecap up, press your foot into the floor. Yep. So let's take that knee out and in. And the hand can be on my hip. It's kind of easier if it's on your hip than it's just floating, because that gives you a better ability to balance. Notice if you get tired, that standing leg starts to give in. And you can just do a few, or you can follow throughout the length of the duration of this. So I want to rotate knee in and knee out. Rotate knee in. Remember not to lock out your left knee, right? That's not good for it. Let's do 4 more. In and out. You're getting the rotation in the joint, in the ball joint, in that right leg. How many was that? I think that was 4, but let's do 2 more. I'm feeling it. Yep. There we go. And then kind of just shake it out, because you might get tight, like your lower back. So let's just shake it out. Shimmy, shimmy. It's never too late to shimmy, right? Then we'll step out to the side. We're going to push into the chair, push those hips out, and reach that right arm up and stretch. Just think about those ribs, the spaces between the ribs. We're trying to get some air in there. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Again, not locking out your knees. And come up. So we'll do a few of those where we step out. Exhale over to stretch. Inhale, come in. And then inhale, exhale. So I'm standing a little too close to my chair. If you stand further away, you get a bigger, you can get a bigger stretch that way. But I'm standing a little bit too close. So you decide what's best for you. So inhale, step out. Exhale, push those hips out. Reach the bottom arm as well. Inhale, come up. Inhale, exhale. You can even make a sound with that breath. Inhale, come in, exhale, down. Let's do two more. Inhale, exhale, big stretch. You can even let that bottom arm go, like you're holding a little beach ball. Inhale and come. And then take it out and stretch. Good job. And so now, again, if you want to watch me, we're going to turn to the side. And then I'm going to step is that the one? Yes. The back leg, the front leg goes back. And the left knee is bent. So we can start with the legs straight. Say you just want to go here, right? That's good. That's stretching your ankle, your calf. And then if you want to incorporate bending the knee and taking that right leg further back, so we're stretching through the foot, and we're going to go down with the heel and up. So heel down, heel up. If you want, you can have your hand on your hip. That's great. Looks good. I can see from here. Even without my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. And we go down and up, down. So we're working that calf, stretching the ankle, foot, and also balancing on our front foot, leg. So there's some strength in there too. Good. Okay. Now adjust yourself so that you feel comfortable. Front knee bends if you want. Back heel is up, but going towards down. Turn that right leg, quadricep. And then if you want to, bring one arm up. Maybe your right arm, then your left. So we're doing a high lunge. This is definitely balanced. Bend that left knee a little bit more. You can have just one arm down. You can have both arms. Bend it a little more, firm your back leg. And then we're going to step in. There we go. And then let's stretch back. You can put one hand on the seat and one hand on the back of the chair, or both hands up on the upper back of the chair. Maybe you take your legs a little bit wider for this one. Stretch those hamstrings. Remember not to lock out your knees. Oh, I'm just coming towards you. Remember not to lock out the knees. It's a good hamstring stretch. Good shoulder, back stretch. If you want to, you can take your arms, your hands to the floor. It's up to you. A lot of you have been doing this, your whole life. So you know the stretches so I want you to feel challenged, but not uncomfortable, not out of your range. And then we're going to bring it up. And then step in. And then let's do the hula. Everybody likes to hula. Hula, hula. And you don't have to go too fast, right? We'll just go nice and slow. I want to isolate the pelvis. And if you have a chance to go dancing, see if you have a club or somewhere where you like to go. My parents go to the Elks Club and they dance. They have a lot of fun. They get to move around. That way you keep yourself nice and limber and agile. And then we'll march it out. Ooh, I'm sweating. How about you? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go move my chair just so I have room here. But you can stand to the side or in front of your chair. And I'm just gonna do like a half jack, okay? So we're gonna go out and in. And then out with the other leg and in. So right leg and in, and step left and in. You got it? Right leg out, in. Left leg out, in. Right leg, in. So we're doing hands up. If you don't want to go as high, you can just do it there. So left leg clap, in. Right leg clapping in. Left or overhead. If you want to pick it up, you can. Up to you. These are half jacks. 8 and 7. So I can go slower if you want. It's up to you. Some endurance here. Some arms and legs. 2 and 1. Great. Relax that neck. Kind of shake up, shimmy those shoulders. Let your head drop. And then inhale, arms up. Okay, and then we'll have a seat. Good job, everybody. And then we'll get our weights, take some water. Remember, hydrate, take a break when you need one. Okay. So remember, when you're sitting forward, if you need support for your back, you can grab a pillow and put it so that you have support on your back, okay? Maybe you have like a that kind of whatever that is that fits in the back of your chair so that it gives it supports you. I don't know what it's called, but if you have one of those, use it, or if you want to throw a pillow. Okay, so I have these, today I have these, because I didn't bring my weights. So I'm gonna roll those shoulders up and back and down, navel to spine, draw your tailbone in so you're not sticking your butt out, like no duck butt, right? Don't walk like a duck. Feet are hip width apart, and you're nice and firm, feet planted, and we'll do some bicep curls. We'll do right arm down and left. Now my elbows are a little bit forward, and not to lock out those elbows. So right and down. It's left and down. It's right, cha-cha-cha, and left, cha-cha-cha. It's right, cha-cha-cha, and left. Good job. Really squeeze in that bicep and resist it going down. It's 4, cha-cha-cha, and 3, hey, ya, ya, and 2, la, 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 and 1. There you go. Let's bring it up both arms and all the way up and bring it down and down. So we go curl in, up to the sky, down to the chest, and down towards the floor, but don't lock out those elbows. Don't hyperextend the bicep. You want to keep it contracted. So bring it in, exhale up, inhale down, exhale, inhale, squeeze, exhale up and down. Good job. We're going to do 8 of these starting now. Who's counting? Because I'm not. I always say 8 and then it ends up being, I don't know, 12, 6. No, I count. Okay, squeeze it in and up and that was 3. So that means we have how many more? Oh my gosh, I can't subtract. Help me. 4 more. Good. The 3 one hadn't. And down. And now where are we? We have 3 more. Up, in, resist. You're not just clumping it down, right? How many was that? 2? We have 2 more. I don't know. Don't be mad. up, squeeze, and down. Last one, let's just say, I'm pretty sure I'm close. I wouldn't bet on it. There we go. Okay, now take those weights. Now, if you feel the weights are heavy enough and you want to increase it, I have 1, 2, 3 pounds. You can always do that. You can do no weights if you want. Remember not to kind of overwork an injury. So I'm going back and forward, always counterbalancing so that we don't get tension. We don't build tension with our exercises. We build strength, but not tension. Not the bad kind of tension. Okay. So now we're going to do some leg strengthening exercises with the weights. If you want, you could take both weights on one leg, or you could just have one. So I'm just going to start with the right and lift it up and down. So if you want, you can just keep it off the ground, just tap the floor up and down. Maybe you don't take it all the way down because it might be too stressful for your lower back. We're building abs here. This is our ab lower back strengthener as well as leg. So if you go too far, it might cause you to pinch your lower back. So you decide where it feels like just enough that you're strengthening, but you're not compressing. Squeeze it in, down, and then you can start to kind of like bring it in like, sit-up crunches. So we're getting our ab work, our core work. We're strengthening our lower back, our leg. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And what's this going to do? It's going to help you when you walk, when you go upstairs, just in your general life, when you sit down. Who sits? Nobody sits anymore. Jen. Okay, let's bring this other leg. So let's go ahead and round that back to get a little stretch. And bring it up. And exhale, round it. There we go. Okay, so we'll do the other leg. This is the left leg. And again, I'm sitting forward so that the sits bones is right there balancing me. And I'm working from there. Navel to spine. And let's lift up and down. And squeeze it in, navel to spine. So, and then we're working our quad, our hamstring, our glutes. We're working our range of motion. We're working our lower back, endurance and strength. And if you want to start to squeeze it in, like you're doing stomach crunches, not taking it too far down that you arch your back or compress it. You want to keep that lower back long, nice and long. And the tailbone in, bring the tailbone in. That helps you to keep your pelvis balanced, neutral. And up. And let's do 4 and 3, a little higher if you can. And 2, squeeze it in. And 1, excellent. And then round the back. And bring it up. Now here's a nice one, a nice counterbalance that helps you open the chest. It's a heart opener. It also relaxes. If you want, you can take the weights. You can keep them here. You can bring it down. And you can just kind of lean back, let your head rest on the back of the chair. Or you could just, this is kind of like what I call like the drunk guy on the bench. It's like, so I don't know. And then you can extend one leg. Maybe extend both, but that might not feel good for your back. Whatever feels best for your back, this is a good kind of counterbalance. Open the chest, just let it rest. And it elevates through your rib cage, your sternum. Okay, now we can use our arms to lift ourselves up. Now, okay, so we're going to bring the arms out to the side, and my thumbs are facing up, palms forward. So just palms forward is fine, right? And we're going to bring it up and then point it down. So palms up and then down. So I get a little rotation here, up and take it down. Now you're not taking it up past your shoulders, okay? You don't want to pinch your shoulders. So if it feels like that's as far as you're okay with, just go that far. If you can come up here, that's good too. It's up to you. But we want to work that range of motion in the arms, adding weight. So inhale up and exhale down. I'm also working my sides of my rib cage, those lat muscles. That helps you with your posture. Up, relax the neck and throat. Good job. Bring it up and take it down. Bring it up. And then we have two more. Forearms as well, wrists, hands, shoulders, and back. Up, those shoulder blades, and down. Last one, we'll add one more, I don't know. And there we go. Oh, good job. That's our upper back, upper body. Exhale, big round back. Okay. Let's just take one weight, put it down, and then we just have one weight. I think that's good, but if you want to add and do it with two weights, but I'm going to just show you with one. So watch me first, and then you go ahead. So my feet about hip width, maybe a little bit wider so you feel sturdy, because what we're going to do is go down, in, up, and back, okay? So if your feet gets too narrow, you can't really move much. It limits your mobility. So you can just go here, right? You can go here, or you can even go here, and then up and extend and bring it in and down. So bring it up, extend, in and down. So you decide, right, how low you want to go. Maybe you just want to go right there. Maybe you want to do it without the weight, right? So this is endurance. You know, remember those burpees? You jump up. But this is endurance and strength, coordination. We're going to do 8 from here. Up, if you want to add, with both arms, you can do it with both arms. Add the weight like you feel, extra strong. And next time, we can always do these standing up as well. We have 4 more. And you go at your own pace because you're there by yourself. So you don't have to go at any particular speed. You can experiment. I'm going to add, we're going to go 4 from here. I just feel like, right? There's chest, and there's abs, and chest and arms. And we push the feet into the floor. We're working the legs, right? Your legs just aren't floating. And then one more after this. Good job. Okay, let's put the weights down, and we're going to practice. We'll just do some squats, and not some squats, but some. I'm turning my chair so you can see, but you don't need to turn your chair. We're going to practice, the little chair pose in yoga. We're just going to practice standing up. So you know how like sometimes you sit and you're just like, oh, right? So we're going to work on that. You're like, oh, so you can sit without grunting and collapsing. I'm not saying you do that. But, okay. So I'm going to put my hands on my hips, my navel to my spine, press my feet into the floor, and my knees are right above my ankles, not my toes. And then I'm going to come up, hold it. So it's like public restroom. The kids call it public restroom pose, and take it down. So up to public restroom, right where you can't sit, and take it down. Good job. So up and hold, and we're working on quads. Our knees aren't forward. Keep pushing them back. You want to push your butt and hips back, and then gently sit as gently as you can. Inhale up. If you want, the arms come forward. It's up to you. You decide which challenge works for you. Hands on the hips and take it down. Okay, we're going to come up, and then from here, we'll stand all the way. Okay, now we're gonna go back to public restroom pose. Public restroom. That doesn't sound very appetizing, huh? And then we'll take it down. So we go up halfway, hold, squeeze your tush, stand, then come back halfway, push those hips back, and take it down. One more time, we come up, hold it, stand, halfway, arms out if you want, and then sit. Great job. So that is good for your leg strength, balance, mobility. Okay. So we didn't do too many weights today, but we can, we'll do more next time. We did get a lot of movement, endurance, and stretch. And so we're taking the legs out. Again, you're sitting forward on your chair. You're not arching your back. You're pulling your pubic bone up. Tailbone in, and let's stretch over. So just coming into a nice little cool down stretch, into a relaxation, and staying with your breath, and we'll take it over to the other side. I want you notice like I reach through my fingers. I just don't keep them kind of like a claw hand. I just try to get that energy to go all the way through the fingertips so that the fingers have dexterity as well. And bring it up. Inhale. Oh, I forgot to tell you to have some water. So take a sip. And then bring it over. Can you, when you reach over, can you keep your left butt cheek down? You know what I mean? So you're not just collapsing over to the right side. And then let's take that swirl and see if your inner thighs and your pelvis and your low back and your ribcage and your hips feel a little bit looser. Tension in the neck and shoulders is maybe minimized. It's improved, right? Less tension. And then I'm gonna, let's go the other way. Okay, and then when I got the legs forward, out, I'm gonna come forward. You can have your hands here. You can go to the elbows, or you can take it all the way down. I had 93-year-old women in my class at the Jewish Community Center doing this and going all the way down. So agility at any age, everybody. And then let's walk the hands over to the right knee or the right ankle or the right foot. Relax and breathe. Make sure you're not holding your breath. The breath is the gateway to your relaxation, as well as to your endurance and focus. And then let's take it over to the other side. Now, you don't have to go all the way down. You can just come, like I said, up to here. And then we'll go back to the center and fold. Shake out your head wherever you are. Just let it go like you're getting your hair washed. Nice and easy. And then we'll slowly bring it up. And then let's just kind of lean back into the chair and bring your knee up to towards your chest. Even if it's just, you can just do this. That's fine. You can lean back into the chair and bring it up higher. You can extend that leg if you want and kind of swirl the foot. So we get a stretch in the hamstring and calf. You could do that from here. So I'm giving you different options. Yay! Hello. And we'll do the other leg. Everybody, great job today. Thank you for joining us. And every week we're here and the classes are also online. Like squeezing the knee into the chest to get a little lower back stretch. To help to stretch the hamstring. foot, little movement. Like I said, you can do it here. And then take a big breath in. If you want a sip of water, go ahead. And we're just gonna sit back for a couple moments. I like to put my heels up on the back so my feet can, I'm not like, my back has a little more support. In this case, you can lean back onto the back of the chair. Whatever feels best for you, even if you like to do that one, where you're kind of slumping forward. And just close your eyes and let everything come into your center. Allowing the mind to quiet and the breath to start to soften like a little pillow. Resting your head on that soft pillow. Breathing in the nose and out the nose or out your mouth. Soften your eyes. Just let your eyes fall away from the lids and sink into the skull. Let your jaw soften, your cheeks, your lips. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And let your throat completely relax and your neck lengthens all the way down the spine, all the way each vertebrae, resting and softening. Relax those hips and soften the belly. Let your legs and your knees and your shins and calves relax. The ankles, the feet, the toes. Oh, and your hands too. Letting everything go. So your whole body is completely relaxed and your mind is empty. And then slowly start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Add a little smile or a big smile. How about a big smile? And then we'll just slowly start to sit up. Adjusting your feet so you feel grounded and they're about hip width. And sitting up nice and tall. On your next inhalation, bring your arms above your head. Exhale out all that nice energy. Inhale, bring in some more. And exhale. And bring your hands to your heart and let that light and love and relaxation and strength guide you through the rest of your day. Thank you all. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Good job.